Hello, ladies, and welcome to Menopause Made Easy with Tanya. And I'm so excited to be here with you today. Before we jump into this absolutely fascinating episode about sunlight, sunglasses, and your hormones, and why your eyes are more than cameras, I wanted to share something with you today. So, there are some products that I have been using for a few years, 20 years. And I thought I would start to share some of them with you today. And today, if you see me on camera, I am holding up my Vibe device from Rizona Health. And I had an interview with Mark. Go back and you can have a look at it. But this can be a life-changing. Oh, see, when you're on the camera, it blurs things. But there you go. It's a simple device. It's a PEMF, a personal electronic magnetic frequency. I also have a mat, but this I carry around in my pocket. So this can be life-changing. I know some of you have gotten them for yourself and your pets, but it is like your energetic healthcare team. Okay, in this little device. It uses non-invasive, frequency-based wellness support to help balance your body, reduce inflammation, support better sleep, ease hormonal fluctuations, and boost your mood naturally. And I have been using it, so you can see again, if you're watching this on YouTube, that hopefully the battery is working here. I turn it on and I can pick my program. You really can't see, but I'm changing programs here. I basically, brain balancing, sleep, earthing programs, and then I hit this button here, play, and it plays. And I just keep it on my skin. I'm not sure what I picked. Oh, I don't need that program. Prostate support. I don't need prostate support, but I'm going to do relax and balance. So while I'm talking to you, I'm going to slip this into my top here, and it's going to be running frequencies. Okay. So again, you can listen to my episode with Mark on the Vibe device. It's a few back, probably like a year ago now. And I believe that we are energetic, electrical beings. And I believe a lot about frequency. I've talked about it in here before. I'll talk about it more else other places. So I'm not quite sure how much I've talked about it in here. But I love this device. I use it for sleeping, for brain balancing, for when I'm feeling anxious. There's a heart program that I run. There's an insulin program that I run. There's a lot of different things. I love the alpha, beta, theta, delta, gamma. I've been running the gamma program to improve the health of my teeth. So up to you, but this is a device, and you can put code Vibrant150 and save $150 at checkout. So you would go to rizona.health/vibrant-living.com, and it will, I'll put it in the show notes. I'll put the link in the show notes and you can go there, rizona.health /vibrant-living, and you can look at some more information. You can ask me, but I wanted to share you part of my energetic health team today and running this device as we talk. I just came back from a trip. I used it on the airplane for earthing while we're up high in the sky. I literally use it every day. I have two of them and I just keep it running. Okay, some days more than others, and my other family members use them as well. That's why I got two. All right. So let's jump into sunglasses, sunlight, and your hormones. All right, so we're going to shine a bright light on what's happening in our body with our hormones and our health during menopause and beyond. Okay, so starting around the age of 35 till long time. And we're going to talk about light. So I have been fascinated with light for about the last 2 years. And I'm going to do more episodes about light because I think it is a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. And the things I have learned are mind-blowing to me. And also kind of sad because of, some mistruths that have been spread about light. And so I'm here to be vulnerable and just share what I have learned that may go against mainstream media, or maybe things you haven't even thought about before. Okay, so we are going to talk about light, specifically how sunlight and sunglasses affect your hormone, metabolism, sleep, and skin. And this is something, like I've mentioned, that you probably haven't heard much about in your doctor's office. Maybe you haven't asked any questions about circadian rhythm. Maybe you haven't even heard about this in mainstream media, but it's powerful. And once you understand it, I promise you'll never look at sunlight, morning light, night light, your sunglasses the same way ever. So let's dive in. All right, so we're going to call this first little segment here, Your Eyes Are Not Just for Seeing. All right, so, and listen, I've been doing eye classes. I've been doing them a long time in my Vibrant Living where we work our eyes. And again, I've learned so much about vision by the courses I've been taking. So I do hope that you have done either an online class with me or come into my Move Your Body studio to improve your vision, because it is possible. Okay, so we often think of our eyes as cameras just there to capture what's around us. We really don't give it much thought until we don't have our eyesight anymore, and that's not good. So I want to preserve my eyesight for as long as I can. But your eyes are also circadian sensors. Okay, so let me see if I can work my eyes here today without um, my notes that I am reading along with. All right, so your eyes are circadian sensors, and they play a huge role in telling your brain what time of day it is, and more importantly, how your hormones should respond. So inside of your eyes, there's special cells. I don't need to tell you what they are, but there's special cells, okay? And these cells don't help you see clearly. They're not about vision. They're light detectors, especially sensitive to blue light, okay? Which I don't know if I've done an episode about blue light yet. I have done one episode and some others on light. And in my podcast with Nadine from Living Libations, we go deep into light. Okay, so if there is anybody curious about these special cells, they're called ipRGCs, intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells. All right, so those are the cells in your eyes. And here's where this gets really cool. Okay, these cells send signals to your, I'm going to say this word wrong again, but suprachiasmatic nucleus. Not bad, Tanya. Okay, suprachiasmatic nucleus, or your SCN, and that's your brain's master clock. Okay, so keep that in mind. So every cell in your body has a clock, every cell. All right. And so this SCN uses that morning light cue that you see to set your entire circadian rhythm, your 24-hour internal clock. And this clock controls everything, okay, from cortisol timing, leptin and hunger signals, thyroid activity, insulin regulation, sleep quality, and even your skin's ability to protect itself from the sun. Mind blowing. So I can honestly say I wish I'd learned this information in my 20s. Seriously. Okay. And in the last 2 to 3 years, I have been really working on my light routine. And I've pretty much nailed my morning and daytime. My evening, I'm still working on. And consistently just trying to get better and better and better at being outside. I've stopped wearing sunglasses for the most part. I'm going to get back into that at the end. You'll hear that part. And just the information I've learned about red light, blue light, different light frequencies, morning light, night light. It's beautiful. And if you just saw that, my red light just went off, so I'm going to put it back on. Okay, so that goes on my feet while I'm chatting with you guys. I'll talk about that on another podcast. Okay, so light hitting your eyes affects everything from belly fat to hot flashes to sleep to bowel movements to digestion. Okay, this is especially important during menopause because our hormone regulation is already in flux. Things are changing. So, that is just one element of the eyes, just more important than vision. Not more important, sorry, just not just about vision. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so in this little portion here, let's talk about sunglasses versus circadian confusion. All right. I used to wear sunglasses like most of the time. Didn't even think about sunglasses. And I don't think I've done the episode yet on the history of sunglasses, but it's fascinating. So I will share that with you at some point. All right. So, and I didn't wear a hat, but now I wear much more a baseball hat and no sunglasses. There is a time for sunglasses, which I will get into. But I wanted to share with you that if you are wearing sunglasses first thing in the morning or even mid-morning when you're out on a walk, you're blocking that natural light signal from reaching your eyes. Okay. And when the light doesn't reach, okay, through the ipRGCs, they don't fire properly. And then your brain doesn't know what time it is. Isn't that fascinating, everybody? Okay, the sun comes into your eyes tell your cells what time it is, and if you're blocking that, or how many of us are not even getting outside? We get up in the morning, we don't go outside, we're spending less and less time outside. Okay, so I have definitely improved how much time I spend outside and the key times to be outside. Okay, so when you're not getting this sunlight in your eyes, it's like your internal clock gets stuck in limbo. Is it morning? Is it night? And your brain isn't sure. And that confusion leads to all kinds of downstream effects, like your cortisol doesn't rise at the right time, leaving you sluggish in the morning, but wired at night. So that tired but wired. And then after a full night's sleep, you're still struggling. Okay, maybe think of your light routine. Leptin, which is a satiety hormone, okay, which I have done episodes on, becomes less sensitive. So we need to look at leptin sensitivity. It's a mouthful. Leptin sensitivity. And if you haven't got that dialed in, okay, you can eat more food. There's more of a propensity to overeat. Your sleep can get thrown off because melatonin doesn't get triggered at the right time. And then you may even see increased belly fat storage because your metabolism thinks you're in the wrong time zone. Okay, and so think of it this way, that light is your metabolic switch. I've done lots of episodes on your metabolic switching, on metabolic health. It's really, in my opinion, important for me to give you the practical steps. And if that's all you want, that's great. I like to know why. I like to go deep and really understand everything. And so some of you may not have time for that. So these little segments are great, or my episodes are great. Um, just for giving you like, what can I do, Tanya? What can I do? Which we're going to get into. Okay, so light is a metabolic switch, and if you're wearing sunglasses during the morning light window, you may never flip that switch fully on. All right, so one practical step you could do is, can you go out in the morning light without your sunglasses? Maybe you need to wear a baseball hat. Okay, so you're going to have to listen to various podcasts that I'm sending you on light because there's way too much to put into this one podcast. So I have done a couple on light before. I'm going to continue to sprinkle some in, but I really want to talk about how light deficiency adds up in your body. All right. So most people already spend 90% of their day indoors. Okay. And so when they go outside, if they're immediately putting on sunglasses, they're adding to what we're now calling light deficiency. And it's like being vitamin B deficient or any nutrient, right? Except it's a deficiency with lux. And lux is the measurement of light intensity. So you will hear, different things like your circadian cells need at least 1,000 to 2,000 lux and ideally more to properly set your internal clock. Okay, that's why it's important to get out in that first sunlight. I'm not going to go into all luxes of various things today because that's not important. But when typical sunglasses, um, they cut incoming light by about 75 to 95%, depending on the tint of the glasses. So even if you're out walking in the sun, your brain still might think it's twilight. So can you forego your glasses in that morning sunlight? Okay, and it's not just about how much light, it's also about what kind of light. And those critical blue wavelengths, okay, are filtered out by most of the dark lenses. So there's red light, infrared light, blue light. Again, I will do various episodes and then you'll start to be like, oh, okay, I'm starting to connect all the dots here. Okay. So it's like whispering to your hormones when you should be shouting, like, wake up, it's morning. So if you go outside or don't go outside, or if you go outside and you have sunglasses on, it's like it's confusing. And again, this is subtle. This is very subtle. So I'm going to do an episode coming up on sunlight versus blue light, which is fascinating, but I'm going to try and keep on point today here. Okay, so light and skin protection. So now this is something I really want you to hear. And again, I'm going to dive deeper into it in another episode. But if you are worried about skin aging, sunburn, photo aging during menopause, it's this early morning light that talks to your circadian rhythm that also signals to your skin to ramp up melanin, to start DNA repair enzymes, and to generate natural UV protectants like your urocarnic acid. Sorry, some words are more challenging than others to get out of my mouth. Before the intense UV hits later in the day. I'm talking about morning sunlight here. Okay, so that sunlight in the morning, if you can get up at sunrise, you're getting the reds in the sky and they're signaling to your skin to ramp up melanin, to start DNA repair enzymes, and to generate natural UV protectants in your body. Isn't that just fascinating? Like mind blowing? Like, oh my gosh, I got to start getting out in the sunlight in the morning. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So they call this anticipatory programming. Your body is smart. I'm telling you, we don't know 2% of our body, and it's infinite wisdom, infinite. Oh my gosh, like this is why I love what I do. I love what I do. Okay. So, and I hope you are empowered, educated, and fall in love with the miraculous body that you have, your energetic electrical being that you are. All right, so this anticipatory programming prepares for sun exposure when it knows it's coming. All right. But if you wear sunglasses constantly, you block the signal to your brain and your skin never gets the memo. All right. So we need the skin to get the memo. So if you're not getting the memo, your skin is going to get burnt easier. You have a weaker tanning response. You have more collagen breakdown, and you potentially have more sun sensitivity and wrinkles in the long run. Okay, so ironically, blocking that morning sunlight will make your skin less protected during the day. So it's like that morning sunlight is your internal sunscreen, okay, that filters outward to help protect your skin later in the day. I don't use sunscreen. It's a whole other conversation, so I'll save that for another time. I have a whole blog up on it. I've written it. There's only one sunscreen that I will use, and I rarely put it on. Mind you, you have to know your own skin. You have to know your own tolerance, okay? And there are times I use it, but I'll save that for another episode. Okay, so when to wear sunglasses and when to skip them. So you don't have to throw out all your sunglasses. And I know one of you that is listening to me, you have a sunglass connection or collection because I've seen it and you love your sunglasses. So I'm not saying to get rid of them, but you're also going to love my episode when I do it on sunglasses because it's really interesting how sunglasses came to be. But anyway, okay, there are times when sunglasses are absolutely appropriate and even necessary. So for example, when glare is intense, like off water, off snow, off pavement, all right? When you're driving toward the sun, you may need them. And during midday, when there's high UV hours, if you are super light sensitive, or if you have any medical condition that affects your eyes. So hear me out, please. I'm not saying don't wear sunglasses. I'm saying let's use sunglasses not at morning light, and then just try and see if you can just use them when you need them. Okay. So, um, uh, excessive glare. So why we need glasses? So that excessive glare can cause eye strain and photo stress, increase oxidative stress in the retina, trigger headaches and nervous system stress, and can impair visual reaction time, especially while driving. So very important reasons to wear sunglasses, so you don't have to throw them all out. Okay, so sunglasses can protect your eye health and your nervous system in these high glare situations. But again, let's use them strategically, not just automatically. All right, so what can we do instead? All right, so what are some takeaways from today's episodes? Here is my morning sunlight prescription for you. Okay, and here we go. Get outside within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. Even if it's cloudy, even if it's raining, get outside. Now, in the winter, that outside to me might look like I open the crack of my door and I'm literally 30 seconds looking outside, to when I'm taping this in June. I go outside. Some mornings I have to wrap myself in a blanket, but I will really work on trying to be out there for at least 10 minutes. Okay. And it should be at least 15 minutes of natural light exposure each morning. But we're going after progression, not perfection. So if it's 1 minute, start with 1 minute. If you can do 15 minutes sometimes, if you can do half an hour, great. Like I said, in the winter when it's like -20 and I get 30 seconds, better than nothing. All right. So work with what you have. Skip the sunglasses for the first 10 to 20 minutes so that your eyes get the full spectrum of light. Don't stare at the sun, just be in the daylight. Okay, look at the beautiful clouds or the blue sky, listen to the birds. It's a beautiful meditation. Go outside with a cup of tea. Just start to embrace this morning habit, this ritual that you're going to do. And just save those sunglasses for midday and high glare conditions. All right, so this is free, it's powerful, and completely natural hormone support. It helps reset your cortisol rhythms, boosts your energy, improves your sleep, and makes your skin more resilient, helps with bowel movements. Okay? This, it might not be like you step outside and then you feel everything. This again is part of your rhythm. It's part of your natural habits. It's not, it's not like, oh my God, it's not like a sunlight diet. It's not like you do this for 4 weeks and then you never do it again. It's the same with exercise. It's all of these things that I share with you encompass my habitual activities. It's like this PEMF device I'm wearing. I don't do it once and go, oh, that didn't work. Okay. I do it every day because I believe in the power of PEMF. I believe in the power of sunlight. I believe in these healthy habits and how it's putting me on a trajectory of better health if I were not doing them. All right. So I don't know what my cortisol rhythm's like. Uh, but I feel good. I can manage stress more. I have so much energy, right? My sleep is great. People tell me, I was just at a function, they're like, Tanya, you radiate. Like, what do you do to your skin? Okay, so all of these things just bring you to somewhere that feels safer, more vibrant, more healthy, more energetic. And that's the path I'm taking you on. All right, so that was our fun-filled, light-filled episode for today. Okay, so remember that your eyes aren't just for seeing, they're for sensing the world. And the light signal is one of the simplest, most profound ways you can support your hormones naturally, especially during this perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause adventure. All right. And if you want more practical science-backed tips to make make menopause easier, not podcasting easier, menopause easier. Subscribe to my show, rate my show so other people can see it. Leave me a 5-star review. I would be just so grateful for that. Because it helps other people find Menopause Made Easy with Tanya. It helps educate and empower other women so that we can all rise together. Okay? Oh my God, I just have so much more I could talk about, but I'm going to zip it. Oh my God, I'm gonna cough. Sorry. I'm gonna zip it for now and just say I'm sending you light-filled hugs. I hope that you can begin to incorporate some new light into your life. And please share with me, how did this episode resonate with you? Just put it in the comments. Are you going to change your light habits? Is this information interesting to you? And until next time, ladies, go soak up some sunshine. Get that morning light. Your hormones will thank you. Your skin will thank you. Your energy will thank you. Your bowels will thank you. And I appreciate you being here with me today. And I'll see you in the next episode.